So, what does it really mean to be strong? We're often taught it's about enduring, about carrying this heavy load and never complaining. But what if that whole definition is wrong? Today, let's explore that very question through a story, one that might just change how you think about strength. So let me introduce you to Nisha. And, like a lot of us, her identity was kind of built on this core belief she had about herself. For her, it was simple, I am strong. It was this label she wore, this role she played, and it really guided how she moved through the world for a long, long time.
But what did that strength actually look like? Well, for her, it wasn't about being loud or confrontational. No, her strength was all about soaking things up, staying quiet during arguments just to keep the peace, bending and adjusting to make a tough situation work for everyone else. Basically, being the one who holds it all together, no matter the cost to her. Sound familiar at all? It's a version of strength that, honestly, many of us are taught to admire.
But here's the thing about that kind of strength. It has a breaking point. And for Nisha, it wasn't some big dramatic explosion. It was quiet, a little fracture. It happened on a totally normal day, just this subtle collapse under a weight that had finally become too heavy to carry. And it's often in those quiet, unexpected moments that the biggest changes really began.
And right there, in that quiet moment, this one single powerful question just surfaced for her. Is this strength or is this exhaustion? Wow. I mean, this is the turning point, right? It's the moment she dared to question the very foundation of who she thought she was. The moment she considered that what she'd been calling strength might actually be something else entirely.
So that question, it didn't just fade away. It sparked something. It sparked an experiment. She decided to try something new, to test out a different idea of what strength could be. She started to consciously, deliberately choose a different way of being.
And check out the practical changes she made. Number 1, she said no when she actually meant no. Number 2, she stepped back when she needed space for herself. And number 3, this one's huge. She stopped feeling like she had to explain and justify her choices to everyone. Each one of these things is a direct challenge to her old definition of strength, which was all about saying yes, closing the space, and managing how everyone else felt.
Now let's be clear, this was not easy. Not at all. Pushing back against years of conditioning yourself to be a certain way is incredibly hard. It probably felt totally foreign, maybe even selfish at first. But underneath all that difficulty, there was a different feeling starting to bubble up, a sense of rightness, an internal compass that told her she was finally moving in the right direction.
And this new feeling? Well, it led to a really powerful realization. The experiment started to work, and she began to understand what true, sustainable strength actually feels like. Not from the outside looking in, but from the inside out.
The contrast is just striking. Her old strength, the strength of just enduring everything, felt like constant pressure, like a heavy weight she always had to carry. But this new strength, the strength of choosing her own boundaries, that felt like freedom. One is a cage, and the other is a key.
And this really gets to the heart of it. True strength isn't about how much you can tolerate. It's not about how much you can absorb or how much you can endure before you finally crack. That's not a measure of strength. That's just a stress test.
Instead, it's found in that active, conscious choice to put yourself and your own well-being on the list. It's having the wisdom to know your limits and the courage to actually honor them. It is all about choosing yourself, especially when it's hard, especially when it matters most.
In the end, this story isn't just about Nisha, is it? It's really a mirror. So we're left with a question. Not for her, but for us. For you. Looking at your own life, your own definitions of strength, when does it matter for you to make that choice?